Welcome to the Movement Clinic. My name is Emily McMichael, and today I'm going to take you through down dog. So we're going to break this pose down. It is a very fundamental pose to our yoga practice. Certainly is to mine and my style of practice. So join me as we kind of go through the pose from head to toe. So first I'm going to start off by showing you more or less what a down dog will look like, okay? Or kind of the direction that we're headed. I'm going to show you some of the kind of common mistakes that I see or opportunities for improvement when I notice other people doing down dog, especially when the pose is new to them, or maybe it just hasn't been explained in a way that registers quite yet. So down dog is more or less this shape that we see in yoga practice that's an upside down V, right? Hips high, ears between arm bones, and heels descending towards the mat. Okay, so often what I see in practice is with people who are maybe hypermobile, they step their feet really close to their hands because maybe somewhere along the way they were told that heels hitting the floor is something that we want to see. We want to give ourselves direction or room to grow rather. So I would highly encourage that if this is the case for you, that you step your feet back so the heels have a little bit of space in between them and the mat or the floor. Okay, so we always have room to grow. Something else I see with people who are maybe a little less flexible is that they work on straightening the legs and the spine is really bent because they don't have a lot of mobility maybe in the spine, or if they want the backs of the legs straight, they can't come back here. So I'm going to go through some of these things and break it down. And I'm going to show you something from a different view, just so maybe you can have a different idea of something else that I commonly see, and so I can show you maybe a better view of how we might want to correct that. Okay, so often I see in down dog that the elbows are bent and the armpits are flared out, and often this is because people have really tight lats and triceps, all of this area across their back, especially men. So kind of an easy way to go about this is as you press the arms towards straight, think about externally rotating your upper arm bones. You notice the eyes of my elbows turn forward, or my inner elbows turn forward. So think about externally rotating your arm bones. It'll create lots of space in the neck. And then lift your hips up and back and start to shift your ears in between your arms. If there's a bend in the arms because you just are tight and you don't have the space, great, but still work on this external rotation of your upper arm bones, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and turn back to the side so I have a little bit better of a view to offer you. Okay, so go ahead and plant your palms. You can walk them maybe towards the top of the mat, center of your wrists approximately in line with your outer shoulders, or palms in line with your armpits. Now from here, root down through the L space of your thumb and forefinger. That is our anchor. It's as though you could squeeze your forearms in towards one another. Keep that anchor and externally rotate your upper arm bones from here. Now, lift the front of your heart into the back of your heart. Spread your shoulder blades wide. Absorb the low ribs. Draw the low belly in. Think of it as though you could zip up your waist and belt it. So really narrow and zip up the waist. Keep that. Tuck your toes under. And simply lift your hips up and back. Keep your knees bent to start. Good, and you'll notice that here, I'm focusing on lengthen the spine first before the legs. And now do a quick check-in. Press away through your hands again. It's as though you could lengthen your hips out of your ears or your armpits. Keep that, and so long as it feels okay, slowly begin to let the inner heels lengthen towards the mat. Lift the low belly up and in again. You can see my ribs are flaring slightly. I'm going to hug them in. Lift the low belly up and in, zip it up. press my upper thigh bones back powerfully, and maybe even by the power of my legs, I might feel that the weight starts to move out of my wrists. Okay? So again, knees can stay as bent as you need to keep lifting those hips and lengthening them out of the armpits and ears. But so long again as the low ribs are staying in, belly is staying engaged, and those legs are staying nice and active. And as you're ready, you can shift forward, gently lower the knees to the mat, and come back. So there you have it, that's down dog. Give it a try over and over again, and just keep cycling your way through all of these cues over and over so that you kind of find the pose over and over in the midst of your practice. I hope this helps, and I'll see you next time for class or another pose breakdown.